You already know it's your girl Tuesday on Tuesdays on Light Podcast, and I got some special guests in the building, and we're gonna be talking it all tonight. It's the media night, and we're gonna set the trends. I got my brothers in the building. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. If you don't know, now you know. We're gonna start with you, Remo.
Yo, what's shaking? You already know. It's the neighborhood Ruger sprayer, Remo Marak. Definitely here in the building. Definitely honored to be here. You know, this is a long time in the making. Both of us have been busy individuals, and now I'm here. You was on my podcast earlier in 2021.
Cuts,
you was definitely there.
yes.
Cuts podcast.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Culture, urban technology, and sports. And now I'm here.
Yes.
On the
you're
Tuesday.
here. I'm like season
Spain
two.
New.
Season
Woo!
2 at that.
Season 2.
Man,
son.
it's been a long road. And I'm
Yes.
going to let this second king introduce yourself, King.
What's going on, everyone? It's already know it's Damien the Mill, creator of Music Monday videos. We out here representing with Tuesday for tonight, second season.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here, especially with Remo, my guy.
Yeah, I'm working. Well,
What?
he's working double. I'm working double. I just
Now you working triple.
I'm working triple. Yes, you know, just finished doing corresponding on his great platform.
Yes, it was
Music
wonderful.
Monday videos.
I was so excited.
Yeah, I get
so
thrilled. I
shocked.
ain't gonna lie. They, you know what they did for me? I'm not gonna lie. Because with me, y'all know, with me in the transition, it just focusing on only acting and podcasting.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, it keeps me afloat media wise, as far as like, okay, being the figure and, you know, covering about back in the day topics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So, you know, shout out to them.
That was good, and it's also educational because
Oh,
some
yeah, by far.
people need this
They need to hear this.
information.
Artists need to hear this. A lot of people
I
need this.
enjoyed it. Also, I know me and you had a follow-up conversation from, you know, last.
Oh yeah,
the last
hip
thing.
hop film.
No. In regards when we was actually filming for the correspondent.
Okay,
and
yes.
me and you talked. We talked about and I was like, what you're doing as far as your acting, and I said, well, you know what, Remo, I'm gonna just do it. So I just wanted to let you know that say I wasn't procrastinating.
Okay.
I did complete the profile.
Okay.
So I am
IMDb,
on that.
okay, all right,
On
then
that.
we-
On that
listen.
back. You know,
Listen,
so
backstage,
we
okay,
on
listen,
there.
working,
So
listen,
I just
working.
wanted to
Have
say,
to.
you know, he encouraged me that day.
Listen,
Thank you, D.
listen,
So
yes,
D, let's talk. Let's
yes,
talk.
yes,
We're gonna
let's
talk
go.
about a little bit what you got going on with you know, you're beautiful. I want you to start from the beginning a little bit. Get them a little short synopsis of how you develop your media world, man, because it's wonderful.
Yes, well, it's been a long time coming. From Paterson, New Jersey. I always wanted to get into creation and stuff like that with media and stuff. And I started with Music Monday videos after me and a partner of mine, we created something in Paterson, which was pretty good. We called it the Art Factory. It's a big establishment out in Paterson, New Jersey. After I got kicked out of that, I started Music Monday video in October of 2014. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I just said, you know what? If you go on YouTube, you can put your music on YouTube, and that was about it. There was nowhere else that you could find any independent music artists. So I said, you know what? It's better if we create our own platform,
Right.
which was Music Monday videos.
Right.
Because if you go on YouTube, you can find something on YouTube. You can find independent music artists. You can find people cooking. You can find do-it-yourself. You can find so much different videos. So all these artists was getting drowned out by everyone that was on YouTube. So I said, you know what? Let me create something, because I know 106 in Park is not here anymore.
Right.
MTV is not here.
Right.
TRL is not here. And even though they were showing professionals, they wasn't really showing independent music artists.
Correct.
So independent music artists, they really need like a platform or something like that. So I figured create Music Monday videos and come out with it, and I've been going ever since October 2014. I'm not
I wanna
stopping.
say I gotta give you salute to you,
So-
King. I know it's real competitive out there, but you're winning. You're doing your thing. Me and you got some stuff in the works coming up. I can't wait, Remo. You gotta get in on this. We got some
yeah.
stuff about to
Listen,
happen. Let me
would
tell
love
you,
to.
I've been writing and
would
writing
love to.
and writing. You
Listen,
gotta
y'all
know.
know,
We
y'all
got
know,
some
y'all know
stuff
the
coming.
deal. You Remo,
You know,
go
so
to the IMDb.
Okay, now talk to them.
Hit up the email.
Oh, you hit the IMDb.
DB, hit
Yeah, I'm
up
on
the
there too,
email.
though. You know, I got
Not
my
facts.
credit.
Not
Okay,
facts.
okay.
Hit me
So,
up. Hit
you
me up
know.
on there. Hit me up. Y'all know what the deal is. and
Right.
From
But,
there, it's rock and roll time.
I'm so excited for what we do have coming, because, woo,
Oh yes,
we
definitely.
getting music. We getting so much.
Yes, there's so much thing that we're working on. There's so much thing. I'm also coming out with a couple more different series of Music Monday videos.
Okay.
We just shot a pilot a couple weeks ago. And we're gonna try to see how that's going right now.
With the production that you was working on?
Yeah, that's correct. So
Okay.
we're doing
I'm
something
excited
different. I don't
about
really
that.
want to talk too much about it because
I
I want you guys
know.
to get in.
They're going to have to wait to see what we got coming.
So-
But 2022, we're not letting no one down. We're not going to stop our grind. And to all the doors that wasn't open, we're going to create our own doors. And that's how I see it.
That's
Yo,
what it has to be. That's what
Remo,
we
let's
doing.
talk about it. We getting in this
Let's
media
go.
world. And,
Let's go. Let's check
you
it.
know, let's talk about what's going on in the changes of the media. Because it's crazy. I was just on a panel on Saturday, and they were discussing how media has changed and how a lot of the industry is just not the same, and media is not really given the respect that they need.
Right.
And as well, I feel it's too much negative media being praised versus media that, you know, would help benefit someone like an artist or up and coming aspiring artist. They care about who's sleeping with who and what Kanye West is doing and all this other crazy stuff, which is okay, but we're missing the bigger picture here.
Right.
So how do you feel about media changing in today's times?
Well, here's my insight on that. I mean, I've been having, you know, Tuesday, you always talk with me for a minute, you know, behind the scenes, everything. And my insight on it is this. It's when the numbers really started mattering. So a lot of outlets, you know what I'm saying, they just caught on to speed. Like, all right, well, if I do this much negative stuff versus the positive, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, you know, the positive's not really doing it. You know what I'm saying? So now what you have right now in the media space, especially in the urban media space, is, okay, you have a lot of people wanting to do negative content or clout chasing content.
Right.
Versus the ones that are actually putting in the work and actually really making a positive highlight impact into the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it also goes into what society is going through right now. You know what I'm saying? At an all-time high, that's what people are thriving on. People want to thrive on the negativity,
right,
the violence, the sex. You know, the not untold truth, but more so like the cover-up truth. So then that way you expose the person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But what I always say on any guest appearance that I'm on, always, it's easier to expose somebody and say something negative versus doing something positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to put up a positive story together. Because you know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to hear, okay, it's all goody two shoes, or hey, he or she does positive contributions to whatever, but then, okay, oh, she never did nothing negative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening
but
right now.
But I feel like, what do you feel, D? I feel like the personal stuff, like, let's keep it, if we're going to talk about Kanye or whatever, yay, right? Let's talk about the music, the album, which they are, but they're still too far-fetched into this negative media stuff. Like, it's just taking away that limelight of anybody, like, right now. What you think?
The way that I see the media going, just like negativity sells, though.
Right.
Like, you know, if you don't have no bad publicity, it ain't no good publicity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way that I'm seeing it with what's going on. You have to have bad energy in this field right
it's
now.
crazy.
What about
the
like they're
murkiness.
showing a lot of arrests happening right now with celebrities and them, you know, being detained and for drinking. There's a lot of them getting arrested for like DWIs.
But that's what it always been.
But that people every day that live normally, like might meet me, yourself, and we live that life, and people go through that every day, and they're not advertised. Not saying they're not an influencer, but some things you don't feel should be kept out the media.
Yeah, but it's not them. But you gotta understand, it's media outlets. Dude, they want to create that attention. Though they want to create that negative,
right?
That negative thing. So, for instance, I'm not gonna say something, but when I seen a post on a blog when somebody passed away, and it's kind of crazy how when somebody passed away, they want to be the first to report that this person is just dead.
Right.
It's not. They don't even want to give away. Say no, this person passed away. They just want to say I'm the first person to report that this person is dead at this age.
Right.
Like you got to give the family kind of respect. You know what? Let that just.
And that's another thing. It's never no respect given there.
No, there's never no respect. That's what I've been seeing though.
Right. So tell me, guys, do you feel that the industry has changed the media world, or you feel like we're going into another phase? I mean, I know a lot of people are discussing media and metaverse. How do y'all feel about that?
Nah, I think what's happening is I know a couple years ago, shout out to DJ Chase, we had went to a speaking panel. So they were talking about how with digital content and with artists, how now media is decreasing their value in a sense because the artists are getting like these digital content creators within of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So let's say like a YB Cartier. I'm just using a example, right? He gets a content creating team, a production team, and they just do the interviews and they do the behind the scenes with him and everything like that.
Right.
So now what that is it's his own independent team or whatever the case may be that's just doing that content themselves. Meanwhile, you don't have to go to the outlets. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the outlets, it's starting to be, scarce in a sense because there's so many of them.
Right.
There's an abundance. But within the abundance, how big is the value? That's the key right now.
That's another
you know what
thing.
I'm saying? Just like I know the other day it was up with Ari Lennox when the dude asked Ari Lennox something crazy. But what's happening is you got, let's say at a minimum, you got like 30 outlets doing that same thing to these figures.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be a backlash. You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, how does that value like you said, it takes away from the value because everybody. All right, now some people are saying it's great. Everyone is coming up with the concepts of doing podcasts, etc. Now, I'm not telling nobody to stop or you know do what they do, but if we have so much of these outlets, like
An abundance of them.
somebody have to overstep the next person just to be recognized, and that's crazy.
Which is crazy, which is wild business.
What you think?
But
D?
that's how the industry
It
is.
is.
Though. You gotta. People are stepping on toes to get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that I know I'm creating my things, I'm just elevating and bringing people along with me.
Right.
Right.
You don't really have to step on toes, but you really have to be aggressive in where you gotta go.
And that's
Yeah.
another thing we were talking about, being teachers and being a person of the media, maybe giving back to the community, doing workshops to help give that knowledge, because a lot of people are not aware of what steps to take to actually make it in media. They're just out there because they see TikTok, and that's another big thing. How do you feel about TikTok taking over a little bit of the media world?
Well,
Pros, cons, anything?
Well, here's the thing, right?
TikTok is a pro.
No, yeah.
Yeah, definitely is not a con.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing, right? So let's say earlier pandemic, even a little bit before pandemic, a lot of media outlets started catching on wind of, okay, let me do my interviews and my media on Instagram Live or Facebook Live versus, okay, let me pull it together and put it on YouTube, because what started happening was a trend started happening. You know what I'm saying? So that trend started taking over. That started happening. You had one person do it and another person saw it. It was cool. A lot more podcasters came out. But then again, like I said, as I stated before, it comes down to the value of it. Like, what's the value of your platform? Just like with yours, D, you know what I'm saying? Yours is definitely valuable in the sense of because you're doing your own independent TRL.
And he's building people up.
Yeah,
as
right,
well.
yeah.
I feel honored to work with him.
Yeah,
and
fair.
I'm happy that it's not like it's a closed door.
Right.
He's willing to teach. He's willing to allow you to be creative
Exactly.
in that mind space. Some people won't do that.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people that what I'm realizing, a lot of people don't want to teach. A lot of people just want to be able to get there themselves and say, this is what I did, this is what I do. But I learned from my mistakes. I learned from my past that that everybody said not everybody can eat at this table, but at my table, everybody eats.
Right.
Each one teach one. It's my favorite metaphor.
Wherever you at out there in the world, if you're not eating at your table, right, come to Music Monday videos.
Yeah,
Come
hey,
see
listen.
us, and we're going to help you get on.
Yeah,
And Remo, let's talk about the podcast. We're going to talk about our media platforms
Cuts
because
Podcast
we
is-
are kings and queens.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about it.
No, definitely, with Cuts Podcast, Culture, Urban Technology, and Sports, you know what I'm saying? That was my aim, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on a co-host on a platform before, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like how we was just kind of one-sided. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing against the artists, but I feel there's more to this culture than just the artists themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's producers, there's actors, there's managers, there's publicists. There's so much things, and I knew who I knew to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So then when it came to, I was like, all right, I stopped doing that platform. I stopped being a co-host. I knew what Cuts already had in the back of my head, that I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely with Cuts, it's a different style of me. You know what I'm saying? It's not the aggressive, let the Ruger spray, and I'm aggressive. It's more like, I'm really trying to break it down and really try to have creatives, who I call my creatives, shout out to my creatives.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to have them understand of the people that I interview, like, this is what they go through. This is their stories. It's not just they picked up a camera, they picked up a mic, they picked up some prop or whatever and just did whatever they had to do. No, they went through some real hardship shit.
So let's talk about what you went through to get where you
are. We going there?
In a short synopsis.
Nah, I'll keep it a buck, man. Like 2012 for me is probably one of the most important years of my life. At that time, as many have known, when I talk on here, you know what I'm saying, I was an actor before I did anything in media.
Right. Anything
before that, I was an actor. And, I was a background actor. I had a couple of one-liners in major projects and everything like that. And the steam got short. So what happened with that was I caught a real bad depression. It's a real bad mental depression. So I almost tried to kill myself multiple times, commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? So luckily 2012 was when the cusp of the transition happened. And I got into education. As y'all know, I'm a city worker for Department of Education and everything like that. And that came, and then I came into media, transitioned to media. And what it was, I wanted to do my own media in a sense where to highlight us. You know what I'm saying? Highlight the figures, highlight people that are doing this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, fast forward to now with cuts and everything like that, I get that with my platform. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday, you've been on. Damien, I would definitely love to have you on. But with that, I felt it was like, all right, this is my way to like talk to people that I know, that I personally know, in the industry that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, and really get this out. Because what I feel is, yes, there's abundance of people coming in, but then there's not enough people that are coming in that are understanding what's going on. What they understand is, okay, I got to get viral, I got to put it up, and me doing noble shit is not it. And it's like, whoa, bro, you bugging, you tripping.
Right.
Or whoa, sis, you bugging, you tripping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Indeed. We're going to talk about, and it's a touchy situation. You talk about the mental health and what has led you, to stand where you are, and I support you 100 because there are many people that might be dealing with mental health issues. Mm-hmm. Even our queen, Miss Regina King, just lost her son to suicide, which I'm like seriously tired of them blasting how people's leave the earth. Like, let that family grieve.
And that was just something that I was saying, how to tabloids in the media is just like basically just how when somebody passing, they don't really want to read that.
Right. I don't want to see that. Like, how you want to know? Like, she wants to see that. Like, that's crazy. Have her personal time. And that's what I mean by media. It should have limits. It should have laws. And, I want to throw that out there, my opinion.
Yeah, no,
but not now. It's too broad and everything. Right. If you're not press, like certified press to actually report criminal, I feel like it should be limited.
But then you got to understand, though, how those media are getting paid, though. Like, at the same time, we don't want to hear it, but at the same time, we're going to be the same. You're going to be the same people that go on and find, oh, damn. Looking at the blog and reading it, what happened, because you want to still know. Mm-hmm. So are we
don't really want to know what happened. We feel sorry for that loss of a life, right? We don't need to know the depths of how that person. That's where the sensation come from. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to solve this murder or that murder,
right?
And to talk about murder mysteries, they got Mona Scott and 50 Cent working on
series.
The homicide. Let me tell you, 50 Cent, you better call me because boy, I can tell you some conspiracies and theories, but we can't. We want to know, but you really don't know.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? So to keep the hype up, we're gonna continue to play this crazy role. Like, oh, we gotta report it. You don't have to report personal stuff like that, especially when it's come to someone passing. It's just too sensitive. But let's go ahead.
It's not. Are they doing it for the money? Or what are they doing it for?
Right. No, but that's why I said before, it comes down to about people wanting to be viral. You know what I'm saying? It's a viral thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, how did that make you viral by reporting someone else lost a
No,
loved one?
no, but what I'm saying, right. But what I'm saying is that's just their sensation. Their thing is, oh, well, it's like you said, I'm the first to report this. If you're the first to report it and you get the ticks on it, then everything spikes, which is
hope
dumb
they're
shit.
paid highly for that content of information.
Right. See, that's the one thing about me, and I know with y'all too, but that's the one thing that's always been heavy with me when it came to this, that I never aimed for the negative tabloids.
Right.
Or I never aimed to go on live and say, oh, well,
this talking about bad stuff.
This is bad stuff. This is bad stuff. No, what I aimed to talk about was, okay, the quality or what that person persevered to go through.
Correct.
Like, perfect example, shout out to Raz B. When I interviewed Raz B back in like a couple of years ago, I interviewed Raz B. And people could go check the interview out and everything. Not one time in that interview did I talk about what he went through with his allegations and everything like that, because it wasn't needed for me to. There's like 8,000 outlets that already talk about that.
Right.
Why am I going to be 8,001
to continue
the same thing? No. What I talked about, what I highlighted on was what he persevered as he went to China to go recollect himself and rebrand himself. That's what I focused on.
Right.
That's the story that I want to really push out and understand. And it was a great time. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's like, damn, yo, like people don't care about longevity no more.
Nope.
Everybody a majority of people in media, we're like the last of the dying breed, pretty much. You know, there's others as well that care about the longevity and the value of the person you're doing versus, oh, I gotta get this moment. I gotta be lit. I gotta be viral. It has to happen, and that's bullshit to me. Real talk. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm cursing now. I don't know if it's FCC. Oh yeah, sorry about that. You know, it's BS to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, because what you're doing now is, let's say for us, right? It makes it 5 times harder or so. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, okay, well, Music Money Videos, you know, they have a great platform and they have a great backing, but now it's like he has to prove to himself. I have to prove to myself, and that's not fair because of the work that we put in. So it's like now it's like, all right, what more can you do after that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's the best way I can put it.
And what about you, D? Let's talk about any.
The same thing what he was saying. Everybody wants to go viral for that moment. I want to bring this person on, like how you was talking about that Asian dog. The guy really brought her on the show just to really answer that question, and
Which was crazy.
And he went viral for that moment, though. Like he got what he wanted. Looks like, right?
Right.
So same thing what he was saying. Like everyone's looking for that moment.
So let's talk about how did you get to where you wanted to be? And right now,
it's the road was never easy, and the road's still not easy. I'm still pushing Music
so
Monday
let's talk
videos.
about it. You're on Tuesday's LimeLight podcast. This is where we brought in the limelight away. You got to where you got.
It's just like I was always doing casting. I was always doing casting, and when I ran into Veg, you know, Veg was a
shout out to Veg.
Big Veg.
My
Big
God,
Veg.
Big V, we love you.
2 G's. Don't forget about it. Respect of my name.
Veg was a guy that I saw that who really was like he was hungry. I never met somebody as hungry as Veg. Like he was hungry. He wanted to not only just he wanted to be in front of the camera. He wanted to be a team player. And since that, you know, I met him in 2018. He gave me a call. First, he said, I can't do Music Monday videos. I'm busy. I'm working over here at 105.1. And then all of a sudden, a week later, he gave me a call and said, hey, listen, I'm ready.
Right.
So I gave him a first interview with the producer, with a Grammy nominated producer, was Chanel Red. Big shout out to Chanel.
Yes.
That was his first interview. And since then, you know, Veg's been on board. And he's like, Damon, I want to rock with you. I want to push with you. And since then, we kept on going.
That's what's up. Shout out to the team.
And we just keep it going. We're never going to stop.
That's right.
That's super facts.
Won't stop, can't stop. Hey.
Can't stop, won't stop. Big shout out to my guy Veg for holding us down for Music Monday videos.
As for myself, it's been a long journey, but you know, I could say, you know, starting out and promoting and going to college and not figuring out like when my time was gonna come getting in the industry. Because even though I did the promotion, it didn't feel like being in the industry. Because you just worked as a promoter, and you just was enjoying those events and dancing back in the days when people actually danced. We could talk about that, y'all, too.
Oh man.
So you know, it was an enjoyable experience to start out as a promoter, but I didn't feel like I was in the industry yet. So getting in the industry started like what you said, going in the path of going to acting class, getting around other people, like-minded individuals. Like one of my classmates, I always, you know, give him up. Da Vinci, he's one of the main actors for BMF. Like I remember actually helping him talk, y'all. He was too quiet, okay? So, you know,
Talk about it, girls.
Like,
Coins.
yo, he was so
Get
shy
those
and to
coins.
see a classmate of mine like so successful, he's been in Hollywood. It was amazing. But I left that track and wanted to help artists. So I can say I did, you know, put a lot of self-care away. And, you know, stood there for everybody else.
I think that's what 3 of us is still doing. You know, like we like helping others. That's the most, we still dedicated.
And we ain't do what we supposed to do. So see, this is why I even called D last month. And I was like a few weeks ago, I was like, yo, D, I got this plan. I'm about to start doing this, and we gonna start doing this, and we gonna do what we gotta do, because I felt like I can't wait for somebody else to give me that opportunity forget it. I have a team of visionists around me and visionaries around me.
Yep.
I don't need to outsource anymore.
No, you don't.
Because all these people that play games and feed you dreams and tell you stories, that is my hurdle. I was sold dreams by directors. I was sold so much bull crap. Bull crap shows never even happened. Movies never even happened. Yo, I've never in my life seen as much BS that I've seen.
Trust me.
So I gotta say to anybody that's out there, it is definitely great if you can. Don't wait for them. Create your own lane.
Yes,
Make
you
your
have to.
own
They'll
legacy.
come to you.
Because it'll happen to come to you. Because what I'm going to do is not going to be on someone else's time, on their dime. It's going to be on my time and my dime. Like I was able to be an executive producer of a documentary come out this year.
Right.
You feel me? Like
Right.
I got it done because ain't nobody else was gonna do it. Shout out to my team that did help out with that.
There you go.
And I can't wait to see my product and where it can go and future other products that's gonna happen.
Right.
But it is a hurdle when you're fed bullcrap throughout your life from different areas, or if you're reaching out to that one professional for 6 years and saying, hey, I sent you my resume, but you never responded. Hey, and you see them at an event and you're like, well, dang. Well, thank you anyway for the opportunity. I'm going to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, too, that you said that, because I'm still reaching out to certain people, and even though I don't get no reply back, no respond back, that just made me know that I'm not working hard enough. Or I just got to work harder, because me personally, I'm just growing, even though, like you said, even though they're not reaching out to us, they're just telling us dreams and saying, oh, I'm going to work with you, I'm going to work with you. At the end of the day, we're going to keep on working and we're going to get there.
But you know what I think? 'Cause it was so funny that happened to me. And I'm looking and I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm in the same room as this person. Everywhere they go, practically, right? For however many years. And you still ain't noticed me? No, it's okay. I'm good. Let me find my own lane. So this is just so people could know that us media people or us people that do things behind the scene, we have our hurdles too.
Oh, yeah,
So
by
I'm gonna
By
showcase
far.
that limelight. We have our hurdles, but you can't keep thinking that oh man, they don't want to help me. Forget that. What I tell you, right, D, about the Grammys.
Yeah.
I didn't figure we figured some stuff out, but I'm getting emails and stuff from the Grammys. So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna wait for somebody else to show me nothing. I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna get it on our own. Because at the end of the day, they help who they want to help.
Yes.
So obviously, if they ain't in your path and you've been to that person 10 times, maybe 5, they say, "Oh, keep emailing." No, I'm not gonna keep emailing because that relationship is not meant for me.
Exactly.
It's meant for somebody else.
Find another one.
So you build your own lane, and that's for anybody that's trying to get out there. If you're not being noticed by who you're trying to be around, then you need to create another atmosphere as well as try to get around the people that want to be around you.
So let me ask you this question. So say that you're emailing this person, right?
Right.
The person that you really want to gain contact with, right?
Right.
And then you finally at where you at, and this person comes to you. What would both of you guys do? And just somebody that you're trying to reach
You want
out
to know
to.
what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say
And they're reaching out for you now. Like, help
I'm
me out.
gonna ignore that email. Real talk. I don't care how big you are. If I had to pave my way, which I'm doing,
Right.
I had to put in the time and the effort to make my own way, and I did reach out to get your assistance, and you didn't want to help me. How can I now just look back like, oh, I mean, unless it's 50 Cent, I haven't reached out.
Nah,
50 Cent, I'll do anything for you, big bro.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's happened to me as of late. You know what I'm saying? Like as things like advanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, yo, Remo, yo, how can I, what's going on? Yo, I ain't mean to not hit you up in a minute or whatever. I just take it to the grain of salt and be like, all right, cool. I'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, as I tapped in spiritually and everything like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I got a different mindset for things now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's more like kind of like the David and Saul. Like, David seen the darkness in Saul, but he always knew that Saul had a heart. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So my thing with that is, all right, granted, cool. You didn't come at me at this level, right?
You coming at me now.
And now you coming at me at this level. I always tell people a lot of times, like, yo, okay, cool. When I was here, you don't want to come to me. Now I'm here.
Don't look for me.
And not even that. It's just 4 times higher. That's just all it is.
Okay.
Real talk. It's just 4 times higher. So now it's like, all right, if at the time when I was here, I was saying, all right, work with me it's $20. Now 4 times higher. All right, it might have to be like 200, 300, 400. Because look at what happened. You waited for my level. You waited too late. My level already increased.
Yeah.
Right.
So by that time, my value is already risen. It's either you got to pay or
So
you
basically,
out.
you saying what Fat Joe say? Yesterday's price
Price is not
is not
today's
today's
price.
price.
Man, this is the business, ain't it?
I can just say that.
I'm just keeping it a buck.
So how do you feel about the business? Let's talk about it.
Okay.
How is the business treating you now?
I'll say this much. When I was behind the scenes and I was, producing and I was filmmaking and everything like that, it was a 50-50 thing for me because it was more so like, all right, the type of clients I was getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's clients I had to chase for things I did. You know what I'm saying? There's clients I had to like, yo, what's up? I had to keep hitting emails or keep sending invoices, but then I see them at events or whatever, and they popping bottles, they jiggy and all that. So then now I got to be Kareem now. I can't be Remo. I got to be Kareem now. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be Kareem.
So people
You know
was
what I'm
playing
saying?
with the money.
Oh yeah, but then
Always.
But then the other flip side was, there was a couple of clients I had. One in particular, I'll give a shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. That's the homie, and he was my friend, and he was my client. He was one of my top clients when I was producing everything. But the thing that he did for me, and I will continuously thank him, was
Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer.
increase my value. Working with him, and then even the things he was, giving me tips on, and everything like that. So then I just took that, implemented it into my brand, and then now it's just like, look, man, like, you got to respect it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just like for you, D. Just like for you, Tuesday. It's the same thing. And a slew of other people. You know what I'm saying? That really put in the grind. That really put in the journey, the tears, the blood and the sweat and everything. You got to respect their value now. So if D gets to a point with Music Monday videos, okay, a said artist doesn't have that high engagement, but you got to get my video on it. It's lit. All right, are you going to pay that lit price? Real talk.
Right, and I think that's another, question we could get in, but go ahead. We're going to let you answer.
Yeah.
How you think the entertainment is cheating you now?
I think I just move like how my boy Jay-Z said. You gotta move with a room full of vultures. You know, what I'm saying? You have to. If you're not moving like that, I got burnt a lot of times.
Right.
So now my eyes are even wider open.
Exactly.
It's so wide open. You know what I'm saying? The industry's shady.
Right. Oh, yeah, by far.
And it's never gonna
By
stop
far.
being shady. So
it's a business.
So
business is shady. It's just what it is.
yeah, so I listen twice as much to whatever somebody's telling me. So if you don't see me like saying yeah, because I'm zoned out and listen to every word that's coming at you out of your mouth because I want to read between the lines that you're saying too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be saying something but meaning something different.
Correct.
A lot of people don't know how to read between the lines. I read our vibes and all the other stuff.
Right.
So this is good energy that I'm getting from off of you guys. That's the reason why I've been rocking with you guys for a minute now. So like I don't feel no type of shady ways every time that I'm around certain people.
Right.
So
and you shouldn't feel that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to feel that. You should feel energy of positivity.
And
like I said, the entertainment business has been great, with certain aspects of it, and being able to be someone in it now and feel like you in it is a great value. So I want to thank the entertainment business for
by far.
that, and continue to grind of whatever it is that God planned for you to do out
That's
there,
all it is,
guys.
man. You gotta
Because you
tap
already
in.
know we on Tuesday's LimeLight podcast. And any last words, guys, because we're gonna take it out.
Oh yes, definitely. My last word is always believe in you and never let up.
I love it.
Real talk, and my slogan, man. Real talk, at the end of the day, perseverance is real. You know what I'm saying? And peace and blessings to my mom. Her two questions always, what is your commitment and what is your conviction? Once you always say those two to yourself, you know what your path is, and just tap in with the Lord. And
Amen.
at the bottom line, just real talk, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? 10 toes down and just keep doing it.
I want to say thank you, Kings, and for coming on the show tonight. And definitely, I gotta have you guys back because we're gonna have so much more to talk about this year.
Yeah, definitely gotta have you on Music Monday videos too.
Yeah,
Exactly,
Right.
Music
Yeah.
Monday.
MMV, shout out.
Definitely tell them where to find you and where they can actually submit to be on your podcast.
Oh, yes. You already know what it is, man. Cuts Podcast, Culture, Urban, Technology, and Sports on all major streaming platforms. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a guest on the podcast, definitely hit me up It cuts podcast1@gmail.com. And as well as if you want to go to my personal website, RemoMarak.com. Definitely hit me there, and on Instagram at RemoMarak_. You already know what it is.
Indeed.
And if you want to go on Music Monday Videos, musicmondayvideos.com, submit. Or you could just hit me up at Damien the Mill on Instagram, or hit my guy up, Big Veg, at Big Veg.
Ha. And you already know it's your girl. You locking it up with the media queens and kings. You know, and we doing our thing out here, and we're shining a limelight on a lot. Highlighting like all of the hurdles, all of what we've been through in the industry, and how much we enjoy the industry and love it, but we have to have tough skin out there. So thank you guys for tapping in tonight. And I love you. And you're rocking it out with Tuesday on Tuesday's LimeLight Podcast, episode 4. All right, who co-hosted for